Welcome back, dude. Josh just farted, and we're back to the basics, dude. We are together, alone. No guest this week.
Alone.
Hey, dude, we could find out, but we're back. How it all started. Even though we're on Trump's glorious 45th episode,
Shout out 45.
we have to go back to the basics, and we have to find our roots. We've had too many guests on, and
We kind of lost our way there for a little bit, didn't we?
I told Josh, I said the Honkies need us. They desperately need to just.
That's not what you said, bro.
So they desperately need to find out what we're thinking about.
Let me quote what you said.
Okay.
The Honkies are eating cake for the past month. We need to feed them baby food.
I said they need to drink from the powdered milk and not the full, full udder.
So they're back with just us. I'm gonna get some straight lard this week.
Some straight Crisco. But I was so desperate I reached out to the Patreon, which for $1 a month you can be a part of the Patreon.
Desperate?
Not desperate, dude.
Content.
Here's the thing. What? My life is so flooded with information, and just if you touch YouTube for 1 second, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna have a fun time today. Let me watch this Tucker Carlson video." 30 minutes in, the world is ending. Your food is made with literally mercury poison. And, in the next 10 years, we're all going to be just swimming in toxic soup of car chemicals. And
yeah, that's something I noticed because, halfway through last week, I was like, I usually listen to the news on my way to work and on my way home and at work.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to take a little break, kind of chill out. So I kind of chilled half off. And then today, on my way to work, I was like, man, I gotta talk about something on the podcast. I should probably listen to the news. And it's just downhill from there. I was just doing it all day. I'm just like, I hate myself.
The news is it's like the worst possible IV drip you could ever get. It's like, let me just get an IV drip of just negativity and whatever is, because, okay, I think there is good things that come out of Tucker Carlson. Anybody that's just reporting what's happening, unbiased. I think there's good things that come out of it, but I also don't think we even really need to know. We definitely have talked about this before.
No, it's not it's not our job to fix stuff that's gone wrong, right? That level.
Yeah.
So it's why are you telling me? That's your problem. Fix it.
Yeah.
But it's also it's good to be in the know. I feel like if you want to know about that stuff, then you will know about it.
I'm so stupid, dude, that I'm listening to this podcast and Tucker Carlson is like, I cannot believe all these windmill farms and they're putting them in the ocean and the whales are dying. And I'm like, that's so messed up. Why are the whales dying, bro?
I didn't think about the whales today.
I'm like,
what about the dolphins?
That's one species of whale. I don't even remember what species. I'm so mad about it.
Yeah. And then the next day, you completely forget, right?
Yeah, bro.
And
tomorrow,
you're like, it's the rabbits now. And
no,
you're like, crap, the jackrabbit, dude. I forgot about them.
I forgot the second I pulled into the apartment complex and a dude was going 2 miles an hour and then stops in the middle of the road ambiguously for no reason and just sits there. And I'm like, okay, I could get out of the car and just, I could pop all his I could pop all his Hardee's and go full sassy lady on him and ride on his car with my toenail polish. And then I wasn't thinking about the whales for 1 second then.
Oh, yeah. You totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting. In windmill farms, I saw a video of they're tearing a bunch of them down. Is that true? I don't know.
I haven't heard about that. I really want to. So this is something I have been thinking about, and I think that is consequential.
Is consequential. Okay.
I think the energy of the future is actually consequential. And I think on both sides, they're equally proposing stupid ideas.
What's your solution, bro? What's the energy of the future?
You don't want to know my solution, do you?
Is it something stupid?
No, it's actually okay. So first of all,
water.
It is, dude. Hydrostatic is going to be.
The government's got an engine that runs on water, dude. Yeah.
They were trying to make hydrogen engines, which is just
it's already been made.
Water.
It's been thing since like the 50s, dude. You think we made AI without making a water engine first?
True, actually.
Come on.
Air engine.
Big gas.
Air engine is the only step up because then there's a lot of water, but there's more air.
Air engine.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. I wonder if there's more air volume or water volume.
Because air is in water.
But I think there's deeper parts of the sea than to the space station.
But air's in water.
No, it's not.
H2O, oxygen. Also,
dab me up on the H2O. Bro.
Also, air.
Chemical processes.
Also, air is in space.
But not much of it, though, right?
You talking about oxygen or air?
Void or nitrogen and a mixture of other oxygen and.
Whoa, Dr. Walker over here.
Hey, bro.
PhD.
People always like
nonsense.
People always like, I'm breathing oxygen. I'm like, actually, it's 72 freaking % nitrogen. You baloney rapper. But
baloney rapper.
So, okay, but the energy of the future.
Yeah,
okay.
What is it? Tell me.
First of all, the only way to have. So, I think if you are thinking with your head. Weapons and building better weapons and bigger mass weapons of destruction. Like, we're already at the point where both sides can just completely decimate each other without even thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think advancement in weapons really does that much more for us. Like, I can understand like counter weapons, like how fast can you see a rocket coming and shoot it out of the air or whatever.
You mean like area of destruction kind of advancement?
Yeah, I don't think that matters anymore. Like, Russia has 10,000 nukes or some crazy number. It's like it doesn't matter. There's no more like if we want to.
Yeah, because we looked up that like the largest bomb and it was like the Tsar Bomba or whatever.
Yes,
and it's like you don't need to be bigger than that.
Yes,
but I get your point of like defense weaponry where like have you heard of the like Poseidon missile or whatever made by China or something? Anyway, I think it's like a better missile than what we have, and it's like underwater, and it's like subsonic underwater.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, to your point.
And America's like,
I agree.
Check out our Stingray ship. Have you seen that thing? It's built like a Stingray. You haven't seen it?
Like underwater?
It's called like the Mantis or something. It's an underwater like submersible drone. So just like the aerial drones we have, but underwater.
So it's unmanned?
Yeah, unmanned. And people are like, this is so sick. And I'm like, I guess. Why do we need an underwater drone? Like, how much is that really changing a nuke getting dropped on our head?
U.S. military manta ray?
Have you seen it? It looks just like the animal. Like
this thing?
Yeah.
Bro, this straight looks like an advanced UAV. No. That's what's that thing from Black Ops 2?
UAV, isn't it?
No. It looks like I forgot what it was. It's the advanced UAV. But yeah, that's like they're taking inspo from nature, dude. You know, they got the stealth bomber design from like a bird or whatever.
Look at a plane, bro. That is a bird.
Yeah.
That's a no-flap bird.
So this is a drone that does what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're like, this is the... I literally saw an article that they were like, this is huge advancement, and this is how we stop China, is with underwater submersibles. And I'm like...
Manta ray prototype.
How does this stop a nuclear warhead getting dropped on us? And, we're all back to the Stone Age.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of my point, is because the problem with the wars today is this is what is going to be what determines wars. It's going to be about how quickly can you shut off the other person's energy supply, shut down, their infrastructure, shut down all of the things that glue society together. So the only way to get around that, and this is the energy of the future, is to become modular societies. So each city needs to be able to operate on its own power grid, not state, city. And the only way to get to that is nuclear, but small scale nuclear. And the other reason it's a big deal, because if AI comes out in full force, it's going to take... The amount of power it's going to take is going to take double our current electrical grid.
The amount of power AI is going to need to run?
To run.
It's going to take double than what our current power grid is?
everything our power grid is now, it's going to take basically adding in a whole new power grid. And if you think we're going to keep up with that, which, I mean, we will for a while with Trump's liquid gold, we'll keep up. We'll keep up for a little while, but it's not sustainable. And first of all, when you have, a huge nuclear power base, a big windmill farm, a big solar farm, if you have all these big farms, guess what, dude? One warhead on most of our power supply and one on the train tracks that like brings in all the goods, war's over. Like there's nothing else. Like if you take energy away from us, dude, our TikTok kids are going to stop dancing and doing.
Thank you for the glizzy.
Yeah.
Thank you for the.
Bro, we almost just got
a break in. What's going on?
I'm sorry. We don't need a modular
on our doors.
I started talking about truth, and I'm gonna get
the FBI open up.
Yo, who's the modular society?
Dude, no, I had a thought. What was it about nuclear energy? Bro, nobody's talking about it. If everybody's scared of war, like people throwing around nukes and stuff, but nuclear energy is the future of our energy. Blow up all the nukes. That's all the nuclear energy you need, right? Bro, I told you straight lard. There's nothing.
No.
No.
I mean, that is,
bro. That's like the same logic of like everybody's like, there's too much CO2 emission or whatever going around, but don't trees need carbon dioxide to breathe? So don't we need
Earth
more?
Is greener than it has ever been because we put more CO2 into the air, and the more CO2 we put into the air, the more trees that go that eat the CO2. That it's almost like the system was designed, to somewhat.
But apparently,
self-balance.
it's killing us. I don't know.
And I don't. Okay, here's the thing: they're not wrong. The more CO2 you put in the air, the more the Earth atmosphere changes, the less UV rays that get in, the less sun, or the less heat that brings with it. It's like duh. They came up with the duh statement that you can't say is technically wrong. Like the more CO2 in the air, things are going to happen. But the problem is there's a lot of other factors to the climate. And bro, this episode's already done. I could already see the tag.
I'll mute this whole segment.
We're gonna talk. Our mouths are moving, but
yeah, no, that's what you're saying.
But the thing is, neither side is talking about nuclear, and it's so weird. Like
it's the obvious choice,
but they still want to have. And the reason for it is, honestly, I think both sides have their daddies that they need to come home to with the money. I think obviously the green or the progressives have to make all their whoever's making all of these
big energy
windmill farms and solar panels.
Nobody's talking about big energy, dude.
I mean, big energy has been the defining.
What is big energy? What is big anything? Big tech. I hear it. The big tech, big pharma, big gas.
You know who it is, dude? The Zuck.
Big honk. The Zuck.
The Zuck, bro. The Zuck controls it all.
Got to do with it?
I don't know. He's one of the bigs.
So isn't Elon considered one of the big tech bros?
Okay, it would be insane for you to sit here and think that Elon doesn't have some supreme goals. Like some. Okay, first of all,
like conquered.
I think Elon is a G, and I'm okay with him being my dictator at the current moment. But here's the thing: if he's coming out with an app calling it X and saying it's going to be the everything app, what does brother want to do?
I know you're downloading it immediately.
He wants to do everything. Like he wants to have control of everything.
I think he wants to be the leader of Mars, though. I don't think he wants Earth. He talked about Mars too much.
I would respect it,
but nobody's there.
Shoot,
you think people would follow him though?
Honestly,
like a little Martian maraud.
For some reason, Elon always is like, we have to be able to get a rocket there that can hold enough tonnage and people to build a society and do it in like a reasonable amount of time because you only got so much time. First of all, why wouldn't you build a rocket that could build the society and then we go there? I mean, that's a robot.
Robot.
Because if they can set it up while we breathe in air, That seems
there's obviously the unfortunate circumstance of those robots gaining consciousness, and then we made aliens. we make aliens.
How
basically.
awesome would that be?
That'd be kind of ironic. We're always like they're watching us, but we're literally making them.
I'm gonna be honest. If God didn't make a nope alien, like what I'm talking about, like the cloud that.
Yeah. What about it?
If there's not something low key cool like that out there, I'm gonna be a little sad.
I feel like maybe a black hole would be like kind of like that.
Kind of
does the same thing,
but it's honestly a black hole's not as scary.
Okay,
because a black hole,
you can take on a black hole.
Black hole, you're like, okay, obviously dead, right?
No, you don't die in a black hole.
You get infinitely compressed. You think you live?
Well, have you watched Interstellar?
Oh, right. What happens? You lose your wife and your family because you become old?
Yeah, you get stuck in a bookcase or something when you get in a black hole. But, dude, I was also thinking of Interstellar. I was like, in that movie, they had to go like so far into space to find a new planet or whatever to live on because Earth was like dying or whatever.
Yeah.
Lucky us, we got Mars like right down the road, Apparently that's inhabitable. Like, we got kind of lucky.
So what do you think it is when, like, they're always like, every year there's like one new update on Mars. Like they're conditioning us. They're like, oh, this year we found ice.
They're conditioning us.
Oh, this year we found bacteria.
Yo, hold up. There's some water on this planet? How convenient.
I think it'll be a lot harder to get to Mars than we think it will be, but I don't think it's impossible. I think it's probably not chill, honestly, to be on Mars.
Not chill?
Yeah. Because it's probably going to...
Because it's hot? Because it's Mercury.
It's cold. But realistically, it's probably going to be like living in a skyscraper all the time. And that doesn't sound that lit.
How do you mean?
Like, because I guess you could put on suits and go outside, but it's probably pretty, like... It's like this. It's like going to the ocean by yourself. Like the deep ocean would be the
There's
equivalent.
just nothing there.
Yeah, it'd be scary. Like people would just be forced to be like inside in the skyscraper, living in their like cubular life, where there's no weapons or anything, but there is some police with some big sticks. And if you start cutting the lunch line, then you're in solitary for like 2 days. And
who's the police?
Peacekeepers, dude. The Mars peacekeepers.
The robots we made?
If we were stupid enough to put police robots, because first of all, no cool police robots. If you get pulled over by a police robot, you can't give him like...
I'm running away.
You can't hit him with the DAP and be like, hey, I got off this time.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, gun.
Yeah, you can't like butter him up, be like, sorry. If you're a woman,
Yeah.
You can't be like, police officer.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you heard of these astronauts that are stuck in space right now?
They're right now?
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know much about
the
it.
knots.
But these two, what are their names? Butch and Sunita?
No way we let a guy named Butch into space.
So they'll spend at least 240 days stuck in space.
But it's a bad thing?
Well, they're smiling right here, so I don't know.
Also, what am I looking at? Is that pants?
Dude, I hope so. I don't know what that... Oh, it's her hand.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's a weird angle.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 straight months in space. Apparently it's not even close to the record, though, of the longest. I'm not exactly sure why they're stuck, but I've heard a little bit about that. Apparently it's Boeing Starliner that they're in. Boeing, dude. When is something that Boeing hasn't screwed up?
Boeing is having a bad time right now.
They should have named the plane and lost this the Boeing.
Wow.
Boeing, what's it called? Boeing Airlines.
The other thing that people don't really think about is if we do get to Mars, first of all, it's going to take a lot of stuff to terraform it and to get it anywhere near Earth's atmosphere, right? But even if we get it near Earth's atmosphere, I'm not positive on the scientific calculations on this.
Have you run the numbers?
I haven't run the numbers yet.
Okay.
But I think the gravity would be less, right?
Is it farther away from the sun?
Well, it would be... You call on camera with that, bro?
I don't know, dude.
It's the gravity of the planet, not...
No, it has to do with the sun, right?
Oh, no, dude. No. It's...
Okay.
This makes...
Bro, you're acting like I'm an idiot. I'm just wondering.
But all the times I talk about gravity doesn't exist, and now...
Yeah, you have. I don't know anything about gravity.
Okay, so... If the gravity is less... Like in space, they're talking about...
Why is it less?
Because it's not as big. The bigger the object...
So it's a smaller planet.
The more mass it has, the more gravity it has.
So it's smaller than the Earth?
So the Earth, if you're like... That's why Carter was like, I weigh 20 pounds on Mars. Or on the moon. Because less gravity.
Okay.
So...
Okay.
If Mars has less gravity, bruh, I think even if we terraform it, get it to the same atmosphere, same pressure and stuff, I think our bodies still will have a problem with that gravity and being able to hold up same kind of muscle and stuff like that. Because all these astronauts, they get on the spaceship and they can't keep up physically with like their muscles and stuff to where I guess it's chill in space, but if you ever want to come back to Earth, you get like kind of hunched over and you can't handle Earth's gravity.
Yeah.
But I haven't run the calcs.
You got a good point. I mean, maybe that's just got me thinking, like, maybe that's like a reason to not live anywhere other than Earth. Like, as humans, like, God put us here for a reason, right? On Earth.
I think there's some people that say it's not allowed
to leave.
Which I don't know, like, where you would find that, like, in the Bible. Like, some people are... I know for sure some people are like, we should not leave the Earth. Not allowed. I'm like, okay.
Do they have a book, chapter, verse?
I don't... See, that's the thing. I think they might, but also... It's probably one of those where it's like...
Context?
Yeah,
I wouldn't know one off the top of my head. But, yeah. I've thought about... if the morality, I guess you could say, of leaving Earth to go inhabit somewhere else, but if it's that difficult to like live on a different planet, I would assume that we're not meant to. Maybe because maybe God was just like, gotta give him something to do in the meantime. Gotta, they gotta get to space, bro. They gotta get somewhere that absolutely sucks to live at. I'm pretty sure Mars will not be fun. Like even. Why, bro? You don't like red dirt?
Well, even when it gets terraformed and stuff, it'd probably be like going to like Utah. I guess like the mountains are cool hikes. But also...
Not much shade, no clouds.
No trees, bro. Planet with no trees is kind of crazy to think about.
No clouds is crazy to think about. You know crazy sunburns you're going to get?
Is there... I think there might be clouds, though.
On Mars?
Check out clouds on Mars. Well, I guess there's no water, so there probably wouldn't be clouds.
I don't...
Say, do Mars have cloud?
Are there clouds on Mars? Clouds are rare on Mars since there isn't much water in the planet's atmosphere.
But there is water.
Martian air has just 1% the density of Earth's atmosphere. When clouds do appear, it's mostly around the Martian equator during the coldest parts of its year when the planet's orbit takes its furthest from the sun.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you're like, oh, boys, we're far away from the sun. It's cloud time.
So can you get... Oh, I put so in there. Sunburnt?
I would imagine it's less sunburn because it's further away, but also I could be wrong on that one because the atmosphere doesn't block as much for the rays.
Indeed. If you're out long enough, you get a deadly one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Pause on me.
The light from the sun is weaker at Mars' greater distance, but Mars' thin atmosphere doesn't block as much ultraviolet rays.
Okay.
So you could die from the sun. See, yeah, we got to stay. Dude, you think people are going to think about going outside with no sunscreen on Mars? Like, come on, we got to stay.
I mean, that's okay. I hate to get back to this. But that's one of the main reasons for that we didn't go to the moon. is the Earth has
We did go to the moon.
I'm trying to be a free thinker here. I'm trying to be like, okay, did we not? Don't know. Okay, I'll put it on. I'll put on the cap for, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm doing my show. If we didn't go to the moon, we need to go to space. Lots of cool green guys. The Earth has a significant radiation belt around it, which is why some people that are like, we shouldn't leave, they're like, that's a clear sign. Trying to get through the radiation belt, you need like a thick radiative blocking substance, which all we really have now is lead.
Vaseline.
Slide through the rays, bro.
You look at me like that.
That's so diabolical.
Like I just had a crazy
Just
idea.
think you're gonna like Superman pose through the rays of Vaseline and just
cover that thing in Vaseline. Right through the rays. Just slide in there.
So your idea, okay? It usually takes 6 inches of lead to block those radiative waves.
6 inches?
Yes, bro. Whoa. That's why I'm saying it didn't happen.
Dude,
I got the hat on.
Oh my god. Okay. You're saying we didn't go to moon because we didn't have enough lead?
No, but imagine how much more powerful the spaceship would have had to have been to lift off with that much lead protection.
That's why they build those big old flaming engines.
Yeah, but they weren't that big, bro.
Bro, come on. Take the hat off.
I'll take it off.
Take the hat off. Come back to reality.
Hey, I'm not. Hey,
land back on reality for me.
Bro. Hey, I'm not
bro,
trying to.
You saw the videos, right, of the
fake
shuttle.
Fake news. Have you seen Kamala's crowds? No, I'm kidding, bro.
Fake, yeah.
No, I would be there too. She's got Megan Thee Stallion. She got all these rappers at her concerts. I'd be there.
What song was she singing at her rally?
Body yada yada yada. And Kamala, we need to end poverty. Body yada yada yada.
It's so wild, dude. Did you hear that she's like all about the border wall now?
She's border czar, dude.
She's all about the border wall.
She's captain.
Like, we should build the.
She's captain of the team, bro.
Bang my head against the glass wall. It's so stupid, dude.
It's honestly, I think it's a done deal after RFK, but here's the thing. The conservative types will be like, it's crazy how Kamala hasn't done an interview in like the first 40 days of her announcing her presidency, which is crazy.
I'm that person.
Yeah. But also the other thing is like, we need to chill out, bro. We're kind of blowing our whole shebang. Like, the election's in November. Why is RFK coming up? Why is Trump going on Theo Vaughn's podcast? Like, we should be saving these towards November, right?
Saving what?
Like these big hitters. Like, imagine RFK.
What are you talking about, big hitters?
Like, I feel like we're blowing our whole, for lack of a better phrase, blowing our whole load.
So, you mean like shooting all our big guns first?
Yeah, like, why aren't we stretching it out a little? Like, we're like, Kamala hasn't said anything. I'm like, what if she's going to come in hard on November 4th? What if she's going to say...
The reason is because early voting starts in like 10 days or something.
Shoot.
Which is way too early in my opinion. But
I'm not registered, I don't think, yet. Live on the
couch. Are you an American? No. Early voting starts in like 10 days, so people are going to vote in like Virginia or something. But what are her policies? Nobody knows.
I'm voting for Kamala Harris, dude. I'm a white guy for Kamala.
Okay. What are her policies? What's your favorite policy of hers?
My favorite policy? I actually have a favorite policy.
What is it?
She's gonna give, first of all, insane, really stupid idea, but it would be nice. She's gonna give every first time home buyer $25,000 towards a down payment. And I'm like, I will take advantage of that and buy my first house at the risk of communism. At the risk of the government kind of owning my house.
At the risk of a lot of things.
But
well, okay.
I like, the other really good policy she has? She's gonna no more taxes on tips. That's such a good policy she came up with.
Yeah, all on her own, huh? No, it's back to your political, like, shooting our gun. Like, what's the good phrase to use? Like,
all I can think of is blow it our loads. I don't know what the other phrase is.
No, it's. I know what you're trying to say. It's like
we're just wasting
showing
our
ace, like before the second flip.
Yeah,
I don't play poker, but
here comes the river.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
5 on turn.
Politics always has like everything you do has to be timed well, right? And so I figured the whole RFK bit was timed obviously on Friday, like the day after the DNC.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be
take some wind out of their
sails,
dusty sails.
So you can like have the news for a couple days if you want with RFK.
Okay.
Because I mean nobody's gonna remember the DNC in a few days, right?
The RFK thing, there's a couple interesting things I've been just thinking about it because I'm just trying to like look at things and kind of because, like I said, I think both sides have their things that they're looking for. Like if we were a really smart society, we'd be nuclear modular society where every city is self-sufficient. We all have 70 chickens.
The FBI?
Dude, it's crazy that they bang on the door every time I say modular society. But the RFK thing, first of all, I think a couple things. Power move by RFK. Because if he plays his cards right, easy election next 4 years. Because if Trump turns around and does what I would assume is part of the deal, endorses him, he's easily going to be able to. It's because people are going to be like, oh, it's like Trump too.
Yeah.
So I think that's power move for him, first of all. But also, can Trump just like pay him? I was thinking about this. I don't know if it's possible at all. Can Trump just like pay him to drop out? Like, is that what happened? Can he just be like, listen, bro, you're not going to win. Let me just pay everything you've paid in campaign finances so far.
I don't know.
Drop out.
I don't know. I don't think RFK is that low, but like to your point about getting elected or whatever, like endorsement for in 4 years.
Yeah.
I would assume that might happen only if JD Vance doesn't run, which I mean, he's kind of young, but like.
But I think people would still. I think Trump dog just needed somebody that was like. Because Mike Pence, literally, yeah. Mike Pence flipped on him like the fly that was swarming around his face.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I thought the same, but then I think I said this on another podcast or on another episode.
Oh shoot, you get around
caught. That he picked somebody so young for that reason to like run later.
Maybe.
Which I don't know. It'll be in 4 years, but probably down the line.
It could be.
But to your point of him endorsing RFK, it is a possibility because in RFK's speech, he said that he's not stopping his campaign. He's just like suspending it or pausing it.
Well, he's still on the ballots in the states where it doesn't matter, which I was like, weird, but okay, I guess.
He probably just wants to see, He just probably wants that validation.
I mean, I mean,
yeah.
Who doesn't, huh?
I don't know.
Because let's be honest, dude. Just imagine, close your eyes, imagine. Okay, you get to have people vote on you to be president. That's kind of wild. Like, if you get 1,000 votes for people to think that you can run the free world, that's crazy, bro.
I am Kanye West.
Want to name my kid North? South?
Yeah. Yeah. It probably feels good. He probably just wants to feel good for a few days. He's probably like, I got 1%. I got 1% of the votes.
1% is pretty nice, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. I do think it kind of sealed the deal, but
he kind of looked like, I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Who did?
Whenever Trump brought him on stage, the way that RFK was standing on stage, it kind of looked like when you're in your dad when you're in like the shower with your dad, and you're just like kind of standing off to the side when you're like a little kid. Did you see the video? He was sitting like he didn't look that happy to be there. He was just kind of like.
He was like he probably was like.
It looked like Papa was talking.
Who's older?
Trump, definitely, but RFK is still like high 60s, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I only watched a few clips of it, but that's a crazy way to describe what he looked like.
The whole
showering with your dad.
It was only 12 minutes.
Wow, Dad, you look great from down here. It's
not. Have you ever noticed your right one hangs lower?
Dad, no, you're hitting me in the face with a bunch of soap and I got in my eye.
He's actually gotten a lot better, though. Have you noticed?
No.
He's been working on it. If you go back to like one of his earliest podcasts with Theo had him on before he ran for president.
Hard to listen to.
It was tough, dude.
It is tough.
It was like somebody was full DJ in his throat. Just
Really? Well, I've been listening to the new one, the new RFK.
Every time RFK speaks, I'm kind of like,
yeah.
I'm
gonna put on some earplugs.
No, but I think it is. If it was me, I would power play. And obviously, you can't beat him. Join him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's power play for the next 4 years.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it's even Tulsi Gabbard, I think, endorsed Trump today.
Yeah,
and it's like, if you're the Democratic Party, you're just like, you're reaping what you sow. Like you totally threw these people to the wolves, right? Like we're just like abandoned them, right? Who is it? Joe Manchin, I think, is kind of on the fence now, but definitely RFK didn't want him, threw him to the third party or whatever. And then you got Tulsi Gabbard, threw her. Now they're endorsing Trump, and it's like, you get what you reap what you sow.
Yeah,
it's kind of a sweet revenge or whatever you want to say.
So what do you think? Are they that incompetent? Because this has whatever is happening right now with a societal shift where it's almost kind of cool to be Republican.
Yeah.
How could the Democrats have possibly missed that? Because if you listen to one podcast, it's kind of evident that most people are like, the Democrats have just gone too far and everything they've done. Like the whole woke thing is insane.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that. Like the Democrats go way too far to the left. But I don't think it's all of it. Like I think a lot of the reason why it's cool to be a Republican now, or so it seems, is because it's always been cool to be not mainstream, which I think now
a rebel.
Yeah, to be a rebel. When I think now it's the Republicans that are the rebels because they're not the majority.
Yeah,
especially for like younger voters, that's definitely appealing. Which I think is why younger voters are leaning more to the right.
Which is why I'm a white guy for Harris.
Okay, but like, you've heard of the Overton window?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna try to explain it.
Explain it, dude.
So the Overton window,
enrich my mind,
is like you've got the Democratic Party, and you got the Republican Party. The Democratic Party has moved so far to the left that the window gets like super wide. It's like in between. Yeah. And you get so far this way that in order to keep the Republican Party like alive, you have to like go a little bit to the left. And so the window can get a little, a little tight. Yeah. And so the farther to the left we go, then the more voters you'll get. Like Trump leaving up, not wanting to get rid of abortion completely, like giving it to the states.
Yeah,
that's moving to the left, and so that gets more voters. So I think that might be a reason why it's cooler to be a Republican.
Yeah,
because you've got more people that are willing to accept that.
Yeah.
But I think I think that's a big factor in it. I think another big factor is the coolness. But yeah, it's a lot to do with the left going too left.
Like the thing is I'm hype on T-Dog because he's not like a complete just debaucherous.
Doof.
Kamala.
Debaucherous.
Kamala. I don't know. It's so like it's low key so crazy. He just doesn't call her name right or whatever she's using
it's
now.
so racist to call her Kamala.
It's not racist. It's just funny. Like
no, that's what they say. That's what Democrats say. If you call her Kamala, you're racist. Dude. And then Bill Clinton goes and says it like 3 times at the DNC.
Kamala, but because she used to say Kamala.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh,
because I'm
sure
when she was appealing to her,
so when she was code switching.
Anyways, dude, I think it's clear that we want somebody that has a higher vocabulary than I know how to make collard greens in a bathtub for the United States president.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I am hype on T-Dog, but like you said,
you're a white guy for Kamala.
No. But this Overton window, Trump doing that abortion thing did make me. I said it day one. I think even on the cast, I said a lot of people are hype about this. I said, cowards move, because it wasn't necessarily evil, and it wasn't necessarily good. It was cowards move. It was dead middle. It was like, I'm not gonna necessarily stop it or start it, and that's like not doing something is like the most coward, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but. So I do think in the future, the Overton's window is going to become a problem. Is going to be like, because like I said, it's absolute power play for RFK next 4 years. Next 4 years, everybody, if he'll probably still run for the Democrat. I would imagine if they let him. But after Trump, we're essentially going to elect RFK as a Democratic person. Democrat nominee, basically. And a lot of people are going to be chill with it because Trump endorses him. But at the end of the day, he does have some very like...
Yeah, he's at least reasonable in a lot of aspects. But
he is going to take us into more progressive, more government.
Yeah.
Like, he's not against getting rid of government. So... What the heck are we doing here, bro?
So if you like more IRS...
Let me hit the air horn.
If you like more IRS, I guess you can vote for him.
What are we at on the cast? Oh.
But, dude...
we got to string together.
Speaking of IRS, dude, you want to hear a crazy story?
I'm ready.
All right.
Did you have the Uncle Sam come pay you a visit?
Yes. All right, so...
Solemn moment.
I went to go get my mail like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And I don't check it every day. So I get down there, and I'm like, ooh, there's a lot of mail in there. And so I'm like shuffling through the mail. I see a letter from the IRS. I'm like, oof, that's not good. Don't ever want to see that. And then I'm shuffling through the mail. I see a second letter from the IRS. I'm like, ooh, something's overdue. Ooh. You know, I'm getting some tax penalties. So I rush upstairs, open up the first letter, and I read amount owed for year 2023, like almost $500.
Okay.
And I was like, that kind of sucks, but doable.
Oh, but after the first couple months, it goes up a lot, doesn't it?
Well, that one wasn't overdue.
Okay.
And so I'm like, all right, I can do this. Open up the second letter, and it says for tax year 2022, amount proposed owed, like $15,000.
How much?
$15,000?
15?
And so I immediately did what any rational person would do. I dropped to my knees. I started bawling.
I started sucking on my 9mm.
So I grabbed the 9. And so I grabbed the tissues and poured me a glass and prayed.
You started listing all your furniture on Facebook Marketplace.
I started getting a second mortgage on my apartment.
You started a Grindr account.
Yeah. So immediately I was like in shock. But anyway, it took forever to figure out what was going on with that. Turns out we call them, and
you and your firm that you that you hired.
Yeah. My tax accountant, but we call them, and took forever to pick up, like an hour.
Obviously.
are on hold, obviously.
Yeah, we just hired
y'all want more government.
100,000 IRS agents.
Exactly, yeah.
It takes an hour to get a phone call.
Yeah, ridiculous. Then we call them. Takes forever. They pick up, and they're like, hello, how can we help you? Blah, blah, blah. Give them information. The dude, like, it cuts off. Like, the phone call just ends.
No way.
And we're like, we just sat here for an hour. Call him again. The exact same thing happens. It cuts off. But first, the guy was like,
they're coming for you.
He's like, whoever put in your information said that you made like double what you actually made.
Ooh.
And I'm like, you slimy little, like, you trying to get more money out of me, bro. And so, but right after he says that, the call ends. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, they're trying to get me. Anyways, I called him yesterday. Everything's good.
Ooh.
They're like, you don't have to pay. Case closed. But I had to pay the $500.
But double? Would it?
Yeah,
I wonder if
I made
I wonder
double.
if you paid more than even like what the IRS put in double, or you did.
IRS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the IRS put in double what I actually made.
That's crazy. Imagine you just paid it.
No, I would never, dude.
Imagine though. Imagine you just paid it.
Why would I do that?
I'm saying like because if you didn't call to verify, and you just were like, oh, I must have missed
that
by
much,
15,
I'm like,
15 G's.
No.
Wow, 50. Yeah. If I saw 15,000, I would be like, okay, I'm a deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat dad.
I'm gonna go live as a nomad, bro.
You just go buy some Zen and go live under a bridge.
Because you can't. Okay, I actually want to know. Look this up. Can you bankruptcy IRS? I don't think you can. I think you just have to eat it. Can you file bankruptcy for IRS?
I don't know. I know you can like do payment plans,
but I think they like make you pay it back. Because like I know there's school, like student loans, you have to pay. You cannot do like bankrupt.
Well, unless Biden forgives it.
Oh, true.
Declaring bankruptcy.
Okay, it looks like maybe you can.
Can I include taxes in bankruptcy? How do you even declare bankruptcy?
I declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, that's the obvious method.
I think you can.
If you filed for bankruptcy against the IRS?
How can I find...
You trying to call him real quick?
Yeah, bro. Please call the hotline.
On air, live on air, the IRS.
It would be...
This is so riveting.
It would be kind of lit to just... I'm gonna be honest. A comedian that I listen to talks about this all the time, but it's kind of swag. He's like, if you are like 18 or 19 and have like nothing in front of you, get every source of debt you can, rack up 1,000 cards, buy a car.
This is not financial advice.
He's like, just go hog wild and just file bankruptcy. Just all you got. It takes 7 years. After 7 years, everything is all better.
Okay. Well, how does bankruptcy work? Like, I don't even know what that means.
Okay, there's multiple kinds of bankruptcy, first of all. Okay, and they're different severity.
So what's the bankruptcy he's talking about?
So you can do like total bankruptcy, where basically
total bankruptcy.
You get total deprivation.
Okay,
and you can basically be like, cleanse me of my sin.
Who?
Please, daddy
government.
Please, daddy government, cleanse me of my sins
and
make me not financially liable for any of these debts anymore. Basically,
and sometimes they say yes.
Well, they have to say yes, but the thing is, you have to like agree to certain terms. You have to be like, okay, basically for the next 7 years, I can't sue anybody. I can't get credit. There's all kinds of different things that you have to go through. You have to basically like go through a trial, like with the court system, and be like, yo, I'm sorry. I don't know why I bought $30,000 in candles. That's on me. And then it's wiped clean. But there's a couple of things that through bankruptcy can't get wiped clean, like student loans. I feel like the IRS too, but it kind of sounded like you could. I'm not sure.
Okay. I thought bankruptcy was like when you run out of money.
I'm there, daddy.
No, like if you're broke, you declare bankruptcy. Is that not how it works?
No. I mean, yes, when you're broke, you go bankrupt because you can't pay for everything you have. So whenever you start being able to not pay, okay.
Hold on, I just realized why are we talking about this on the Honest Honkies podcast? I'm just really curious right now, but this is probably so boring. I don't know.
No, it's not, dude. It's how else are the honks going to learn?
Look it up to better sources.
Listen, trust our advice.
You're learning bankruptcy for Shane right
If
now.
you are 18, bro, run up them cards. All you have to do is 7 years, bro. It's not bad. You're going to be 20.
Dude, I don't know.
25 at the end of it.
Yeah, you're 25 with no credits.
No, but
it sounds horrible.
But it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You just get a credit card. You're clean slate.
No,
25. Most people are just barely getting out of college. Clean slate. You're vibing. You made a bunch of connections because you.
So what's the upside of just balling out?
Vacations. You just start going places. Party time. You could network. You could spend all that money to Bobby Altoff. You could have Drake.
Yeah, and then they see on LinkedIn that you declared bankruptcy, and they're like, unfriend
Afterwards. And then who remembers after 7 years? You're like, oh, I remember that dude. That was a cool podcast. How's he doing now? Hey, oh, he went. That's fine.
Yo, this guy had a Bugatti.
Hey, Trump's bankrupt. You know, it happens. It happens.
Wow. So, maybe I should do that. Can you declare bankruptcy while not being broke? Like you have, like you're floating.
I think you can, but they're like, but
What's the point?
They like take your money.
Oh, okay.
They're like, okay,
you're pulling my leg.
you have to be broke. So we're gonna take like whatever you have now, and then
you're broke,
but clean the rest.
Okay,
it's a tight deal, bro. It's nice.
It's so crazy. Why is that a thing?
Because if it wasn't a thing and you just ran up all this debt, then it's like the only way for companies to get that money would basically come beat you down with that lead pipe.
Oh, so the companies do get their money.
I don't think they get the money. Basically the government is like, you can't harass them anymore. Like, or they don't have to pay you anymore. I think they, even after you go bankrupt, sometimes the companies still do like try to get you to pay, but you don't legally have to anymore. You can just be like, nah.
I'm bankrupt.
Nah, fam.
I'm bankruptcy.
I'm trying to finish my shift at Whataburger right now. I had a good 7 years. I'm paying for it now.
How do you know so much about this? You looked into it?
Because, bro, the comedian, he brought it up. I was like, you know, if I didn't have anybody relying on me, it's like, okay, let me just run it up.
You thought about this then?
let me just ball, bro.
You flipped a coin.
Call me Lamar and ball.
Wow. That's
for you, it's a little sticky though, because how you're 20, about to be 25.
I'm not balling for 7 years or whatever you said.
Yeah, because if you do it at your age, then when it's over, you're like 32, and then it's like more sad.
How's it more sad than 25?
Bro, 25, most people are just barely coming out of college, which you're basically bankrupt after college.
Yeah, because you're an idiot for going to college. Getting student debt.
Bro, you went to college.
Not expensive.
So, this is why we need a modular society.
No, this is why we need to get an Honest Honkies credit card. Like a company card.
We start being lenders?
No, a company card.
Oh,
just run it up, dude. We're going to have a crazy studio next episode. Crazy lighting. We have a camera crew. We're going to get animation. Audio is going to be legit.
Hey, Jeremy, pull up. Can the IRS give bankrupt?
And we're going to declare bankruptcy on air.
Dude, I wonder how their producers would take it. On air. We're like, hey, can you turn the lights a little lower for this episode?
Yeah. Dim the lights real quick. You just get real solemn.
We go. We are financially sunk.
Crippled. You are no longer have a job. Everybody in the studio.
We want to let everybody know on air, including our staff. We
can't pay you this week.
Imagine, dude. Imagine the honks come through. Our Patreon blows up. We pay it off.
Yeah, they love us that much. I'm sure.
We started GoFundMe.
Go fund the honks.
Save the honkies. So
the honkies.
This is why we need a modular society.
Because we're going to go bankrupt?
No, because here's the thing. Nuclear is basically free energy. It is costs so much less than stupid wind, which costs more money than it makes.
Hold on, let me be
Solar.
devil's advocate right here.
All right, I'm ready.
Let me throw you one word.
Throw me a bone.
Chernobyl. Have we learned nothing?
Chernobyl.
Have we learned nothing?
I don't know where. Okay, first of all, modular society, a couple things. It's not a huge power plant. So, in the worst case scenario, if it does blow up, not as bad. One city's gone. We don't have Farmersville anymore.
Let me throw you a bigger bone.
Okay.
Since there's so many power plants, what if a bunch of cities blow up?
Chain reaction, world ends.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm saying like you say one city, like obviously a city being blown up is not as bad as a whole state being blown up.
Yes.
But what if a bunch of cities be blown up in a bunch of states because it's modular?
GG. No, but the thing is, it doesn't. That's why the modular society is better, because even if we were to get invaded, they start throwing nuclear warheads at Farmersville or Salina, whatever. Those cities get blown up and
they're gone. I mean, there's literally no. You cannot rebuild.
Well, you can though. That's the thing.
You can't. It's nuclear.
No. That's the lie that we're being told. The places where Chernobyl blew up, the place where what's the other Japanese one? Not.
I don't know. Nagasaki.
No, those are the big. Those are the big ones.
Right. I mean, you can't. Like,
the thing is, those places, people live there now, and it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, they have 3 eyeballs, dude.
No, they don't.
They have 12 toes and 3 eyeballs.
The thing is, nowadays, our nuclear capabilities are so much cleaner. There's no more nuclear waste. Doesn't exist anymore. All the waste that it produces is now usable. So putting the waste into like ponds and stuff isn't a thing. And
we just as a society have to all get like a 25 kill streak, and then we all have infinite. And you get that nuke.
Bro, you have to harness the bomb. You can't just bomb. You can't just...
What?
Dropping a nuke doesn't just make energy. I mean, it does,
says
but...
nuclear on it. Nuclear bomb.
Yes, but yeah...
Explain this one.
Okay, but how do you get the electricity, bro?
Huh?
How do you get the electricity?
Lightning. Ask Thomas Edison, dude. Who made the light bulb?
I don't even know, honestly. It's probably Thomas Edison.
Okay, got that right.
First of all, if we really think about it, why does Benjamin Franklin get credit for electricity when he just got shocked?
Because that takes some balls. What do you mean?
He's like,
who cares who harnessed it, dude?
Okay.
Who ate that? Come on.
First of all,
dude, he was literally hoeing and he was getting struck by lightning.
First of all, not that smart. Okay, he's like, okay, every once in a while, before we figured out what electricity was, he's like, dang, there's these bolts of lightning that come down, shocks my cousin Eddie. What do we do about it? He said, okay, I got an idea, guys. Let's get closer to it with a key.
He's like, wait, I gotta make the bifocals first, then we can figure this out.
He puts them on so he can think. Yeah, okay. He goes, all right.
He's like, all right, next time.
I need a kite and a key.
The key.
And a key to get shocked.
Yeah.
Which,
dude, inventor. He's an inventor, bro. Inventors are crazy.
I think he invented the washer and dryer.
Shout out Benji, bro.
Ben Frank.
Man.
You know how many bins I've lost in the washer and dryer? Crazy turn of events.
How do you lose Benjis in there?
Bro, they get wet.
You can leave $100 in your pocket? Come on, bro. You're not that rich.
It's happened before. Back when I was evading the IRS and getting paid in cash.
No, you're leaving George Washington's in there. We all know that.
So, are you ready to build a modular society with me?
I feel like you just like throwing out the word modular society.
It is a nice word. I'm not gonna lie.
It makes you sound smart.
Okay,
that's
but think about how crazy it is that our society now has like such like weak and easily destroyable power grids, energy setup, transportation setup. Like even something as simple as roads, bro. Okay, first of all, one bomb on the railroad, we screwed. How about we put the railroad underground?
Earthquakes.
The earthquakes are more safe underground than on ground.
Because we're not rats, dude.
We should become
like
mole
sunlight.
society.
We like sunlight.
What are you looking up here?
Looking up what he invented. He invented swim fins in 1717.
Sure you did, bro.
He's like, how do we swim better? Bifocals?
Franklin, Pennsylvania stove.
This has got to be the stupidest invention I've ever heard in my life.
What?
A long arm to reach high books.
Bro has so many books, he's like, I need to invent something.
Kind of in an arm.
Wait, what's the glass? Go back up. What was that? Glass harmonica?
Simple musical.
Made of spinning glass. I kind of want to. That sounds nice.
Flexible catheter?
Yo.
He had a stiffy, huh?
What?
24. Oh, he made the clock.
All right, get that. This is stupid. What did he discover? Ways to keep streets cleaner and deal with waste management.
I didn't know that.
I mean,
I'm not seeing anything in here about a washer and dryer. Street lamps.
he designed rare chart used by postmasters. Okay.
So positive and negative energy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing about, dude, you're spreading fake news.
Look up who made washer dryer. That's somebody, you know.
Women.
Who's the flipping lady that made our flag, like Rosa no. Whoever that lady is, get lost. Whoever invented the washer and dryer.
Henry Sidger gets the first British patent for contraption, wooden handles, hand crank, the first patent rotating washer.
1797, right around Ben Franklin's time. And he was kind of going between, you know, he might have passed the idea along.
Shout out to France, bro.
For what, dude?
Washer and dryer.
No, it said London. Didn't it? You know, if France invents the hand crank dryer, well, I wonder why, dude. They're running through clothes like little rabbits over there. So, listen.
To recap, summary.
We've invented washer and dryer. We can invent modular society on Mars.
Say it one more time.
No, dude.
Say it one more time.
The honkies know.
Summarize.
What do you think we need to do?
I kind of want to declare bankruptcy.
Bro, you literally saw that letter and said, "It is my time."
I might have had to if I didn't call. No, it's we need stability.
Okay.
We need
Okay.
direction. We need discipline.
Okay.
And we need more subscribers. Please, we can almost get monetized. Please.
We had a sponsor reach out and they wouldn't go with us. I said, if you had 20 more subscribers.
Yeah, we're trying to get you guys deals on cool stuff, but you know, some people just don't want to do it. We're trying though. We're trying for you.
You know what, dude? We needed this. Some B2B.
Dude, you're really the friend that during the middle of the conversation with the boys, I needed this. You're that guy.
No, I'm just talking about we needed
I needed this.
I'm talking about the B2B, baby. Back to the basics.
Oh.
We've had a lot of people on this couch, but we needed
get rid of them.
Positive, negative. Synergy, bro.
Like what you did there.
Locked in.
Yeah.
You're the freaking mistress to my Ben Franklin. I'm going to come to overseas to see you.
Yeah.
And leave my 14 kids behind.
It's crazy.
Thank you, Honks, for listening.
Yeah, if you're still listening, it's been a rough one, but
bro, we thought we needed to know about bankruptcy.
I don't know if anything you said was right, but
I don't know either. I've never known.
Straight lard, only here at the Honest Honkies podcast.
Come see us,
we'll
dude.
honk out. Honk.
Honk.
Love you, homie. Man, we keep the gravy and stuff, man. Gravy and stuff, and I keep your mom in a Dutch oven. Gravy and stuff. Gravy and stuff. We're gonna be installed, man.